Guys, we've got this 2008 Lexus IS250 here, and I'm going to be showing you how to change out the inside bulbs. These are your high beams, and very simple. We've also got, in this model, it runs HIDs, but yours may not have HIDs, and if it just runs conventional halogen bulbs, you can change that out too. It runs an H11. For your high beams, we're going to be running 9005 bulbs, and they look like this. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Also, if you want 10% off your purchase order for Auxito LED lights, you can use code TECH28. Check out the link in the description for lights for your car. These actually come with little cooling fans built in that'll run to keep the housings cool. You get great lighting performance and better life expectancy. Everything, it looks better, everything's just better. So what we're going to do now, we got to take these covers off so that we can access the high beam bulbs here. So first of all, let's get this cover off. You can see we've got a bunch of little plastic clips. They're very easy to take off. So you're going to use a little trim tool, pop underneath. You see how the center pops up on those? These are reusable clips. So we're just going to go around and take all of the clips out, and then this shield will come off. Thing you might want to get, check out the link in the description for this kit. It comes with the trim tool to take those clips off, and also it comes with a 680 piece set of clips, because sometimes these things break. They're made of plastic, they get jammed up with dirt, and sometimes they snap. So you might want to check that out. They're super affordable. All right, we just take this off now. It should just come right off, no problems. And then the next thing that we're going to do, all right, so then we just take these two covers off now that we've got the front one off. And this is going to give us a little bit of room to work. So there's actually a door that's on the back of the headlight housing, and there's a metal clip that sits on the back of it that we're going to have to unclip to get the plastic door off. That gives us access to the light bulbs. Now, I'm going to get a light set up in here so that you can see a little better. Oh, this might snap. Also secured by a clip, or is it just a alignment dowel that's rusted in there? Oh yeah. If you want more room, what you can do is take this washer fluid neck off. So there's a 10mm bolt that goes into there, it sits right here. Take that out, pop this piece off. Might be stuck on there a little bit, there's just a little alignment dowel. Set that aside, grab your washer fluid neck, pull that out, set that to the side. Now if you take a look in here, you can see this metal bar that's sitting down in there. All we're gonna do is just reach in there. I know my hand's in the way, but you're just gonna pop it this way. And then once that's off, you see the door just opened itself up. It knows we want to change the light bulb. So then we're just gonna open this, basically finagle it out of the road, hopefully. All right, so now we have access to the light bulb. I know, have patience taking that cover off. It's a tight space. And all you do is unscrew it counterclockwise. And then you see we got two little fingers there. All you gotta do is just pop those up. I know, my hand's in the way, I'm sorry. Here, I'll see if I can do it with this. Nope, you have to do both of them at the same time. You can't do that with that tool. Try using a flathead screwdriver that's really wide. I just stick my thumb underneath there. Now we got that out, we're ready to take our new bulb and put that in. All right guys, so let's see if we get this lined up. Now there's 3 tabs on the light bulb that need to fit into the lens. And they look like this. You can see there's the 3 tabs, 1, 2, and 3. And all you're gonna do is just basically have the light bulb angled this way, right? Install it and turn it this way. So pretty simple. Make sure that everything looks flush. Then if you want, you can reach down there, take your connector, slide it in. We are secured. And then before we assemble everything, we're gonna turn the lights on and see what they look like. All right, check that out, guys. That looks so much cleaner. Just gonna shut these off. Oh yeah, if you want a total upgrade for your Lexus, these are the light bulbs to get. Like I say, don't forget to subscribe. Check out the link in the description. code Tech28, 10% off. But yeah, these things are super nice and bright compared to the other side. You know, old, yellow, dingy, nice, new, bright, white. They look sweet. They last longer, they use less energy. And overall, probably just a worthwhile upgrade, so check them out. I'm gonna show you this other side too, how to change it, pretty simple, and how to put it back together, so stay tuned. All right guys, so you just gotta finagle the door back down there. You line the 3 little fingers up to where they're supposed to go, and then you just push the door closed, reach over, grab your latch, and you just pop the latch back over. If I can get my fingers in there, it's a bit of a tight spot. There, that's what it's gonna look like with the latch closed. The little bar just snaps over to keep that door shut. And then we've got that, I just undid that to try to get the harness to move over so we could get the door out. And we take this filler neck, that's the next thing to go in, right? Make sure it's in there. And we take the top of the filler neck, the little cap, and it just sort of pops over around that, like that. And align this up with the hole. And we just throw our 10mm bolt back in there. Probably a good idea to lube these bolts, guys. They get really rusty and they always snap off. So if you do manage to get yours out, spray some lube on them. If you want it this time, you see this little teal colored connector, that's your marker light. So there's a 194 clear bulb. All you're gonna do is grab the connector, turn it counterclockwise, pull it out, right there. The bulb just pulls out and pushes in. Change that, stick it back in. Might as well do it while you're here. They're like 10 cents for a light bulb. And then once again, make sure that it's oriented correctly for those little ears to line up, and then you just turn it clockwise and it locks into place. All right guys, so this side on the passenger side, very simple. You just pull this bar over to the side like so, pop the cover off, same as the driver's side, and there you go. Access to the bulb right there, same thing. The connector is actually different on this side than it is on the driver's side, but similar idea. You're just gonna turn that counterclockwise, pull the bulb out, and then there's actually, see this tab down here? You just push down on that and you can see it's lifting the lever up to come off of the light bulb. So take that out, change it out, put your light bulb back in, lock it in place, make sure that it's secured. Change that marker bulb out if you want, like I was saying. And then you just stick this cover back in and lock the latch back into place. And then you're pretty much good to go, so. That doesn't go there. All right, guys, we're just gonna put these back on too. I forgot. Oops. Put these covers back on here. This one goes this way. And then last, we got this other cover. Make sure everything's sitting the way it's supposed to sit. And then all we got to do is just put all our 50 clips back in. So pretty simple. You just make sure that they're in this orientation. Start it in the hole. Make sure that all the little fingers pass through the hole. Lock it in place. Do that for everything. You're done.